Hey, buddy, what did we do this morning?
We moved the chickens into our garden.
Yeah, let me show them the garden. So there's still some mustard greens that are going to seed over here. Some turnips that we just planted as cover crop. And who's going to be eating all these greens in here?
The chickens and ducks.
And who else?
Me.
No, not you. Maggie.
Oh yeah, Maggie. Why did I eat them? When the chickens are in here.
But hey, the people who are watching don't know who Maggie is.
Oh, Maggie is our Kune Kune pig that we might get today.
So we moved the ducks and the chickens. They're still in the chickshaw. He's about to release them into the garden. They're gonna start debugging and de-weeding, and Maggie's gonna get here and she's gonna help root this up and prep our garden because pretty soon it's garden time.
Yeah.
All right, go release the Krakens. We've also got a couple of compost piles just laying in here. Pretty soon when the chickens, when they get all this stuff figured out, they'll start scratching through these compost piles and Maggie will root it up and get it all spread out in this garden. You guys go eat some greens. They're as happy as they can be. Almost as happy as that guy. What do you think about our flock?
I think that the chickens will love the garden, and that they'll love us after they eat all of the greens and all the plants.
So we've got a flock right now, but we're gonna add a pig to it, which pigs don't travel in flocks. You call them herds or sounders.
Yeah.
So if we got a flock and we're crossing it with a herd or a sounder, should we call it a flurd, like a flock and a herd? Or should we call it a sock, a sounder and a flock?
A sock.
All right, guys, we're about to jump on the road here and go get Maggie. So we're getting in Tahoe, the three of us, and heading down to Tennessee to go to KC Farms and get our brand new
Piggy.
Kune Kune pig. So, all right, well, we're going to go out. Last night I put the finishing touches on her little pig shelter. I'm going to show the kids what we made.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's so cool.
So, basically I made this all out of scrap lumber and scrap roofing that I had laying around. So that's why it's got like multiple layers back here on the back. I designed the whole width of this thing, 64 inches, based off this one piece that I had right here that was left over from another project. But I'll bring you over here. Yeah, it's just a little lean-to framed in.
I bet I could sleep in here.
Yeah, it's basically a shade shelter for her, a place where we can throw some hay. She can snuggle down in it and get some shade.
You could have babies too.
Yeah. What do you think, Bob?
I think that looks really good.
You think you're getting there and snuggle with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's really cute.
Okay. Let's hit the road.
Well, we're most of the way there. We are in Tennessee now. I better finish these pork rinds before we pick Maggie up. But had a good time just road tripping, the three of us, singing all kinds of little songs and joking and laughing and getting Chick-fil-A and snacks and stuff. What do you guys think about your road trip so far?
I think that it was fun and very super long. Yeah, and really yummy.
All right, almost there. See you in a minute. We're here at KC Farms to pick up our Kune Kune piglet. And I'm going to ask John real quick, give me a quick Kune Kune 101 so that I at least know a little bit of what I'm doing by the time I get home.
All right. What's your first question?
So, obviously she's not a very big pig and they do a lot of grazing. So how much feed should I be feeding her?
We start out at her age. She's about 12 weeks right now. We do a cup in the morning and a cup in the afternoon. Any fresh vegetables. Obviously, she's going to go ahead and eat a lot of grass in the pastures that she's in. But a lot of people will start out by feeding them too much. And with these pigs, they're a lard hog, and they'll turn that all to fat. So you don't really want that.
Okay. Now, how old is she right now?
She's about 12 weeks.
About 12 weeks.
So our long-term goal with her is she's not bacon, but she's the mother of future bacon. So how long do I need to wait until I need to consider finding her a boyfriend?
Most people will wait at least a year on the breeders, and it all depends on your pig. You'll see her, the way she's forming and her stature and compared to the boy. So at least a year we wait before we start breeding. Usually it can be up to 14 to 16 months, just depending on the pig.
Awesome. And with your experience with Kune births, they're pretty efficient themselves, do it all.
Yeah, knock on wood, we've all of ours, the moms have taken care of them. We've had 2 or 3 that were born dead, but we wake up and go out in the morning and the piglets are already there nursing and everything. So they've been really good moms and easy to birth. So
good deal. And about how many do you expect per litter?
Our first litter we had 4. That was our smallest one. Now we've had 6 and 8, and we had up to 10, but 1 was dead, so 9 in that litter. So usually I think they say average between 6 and 8 piglets.
Yeah. Awesome. Originally met John via his YouTube channel because he and I have a duck breed in common with Silver Apple Yards.
Yeah.
And so it's cool getting to meet him, see his ducks, see the pigs.
Yeah.
Just real quick, you want to share anything about your farm, your channel, what you guys do?
We started our farm about 3 years ago, and we wanted to raise healthy food for our family, which most people's goals are. I think they get into homesteading. We did a lot of praying. We moved up here, lived in our camper for 10 months, and 3 years later we butchered over 100 chickens. We've got 20-some pigs that we're going to be butchering. Not all of them. We got 4 getting ready to butcher this year, so we put a lot of meat in our freezer, and we started at growing and selling a lot of eggs and meat. So a lot of prayer and stress, but things have worked out, and we're excited to be helping local people with eating healthier.
Awesome. Well, we did a quick little tour of the farm here. I'll roll some of that footage in. But we were walking around and this rainstorm popped up, so we figured it'd be a perfect time to just sit down and chat pigs for a little while. And we're looking forward to getting started. We've got a dog kennel set up in our Tahoe to get her home in.
That's perfect.
And my wife helped me put down some tarps and such just in case.
Perfect.
Because pigs happen.
Well, you did better than we did. We started with a huge trailer, and we got there and saw how small they were, and it was definitely overkill. So you're a step ahead of me.
Good deal. Awesome. Well, we're gonna hang out a little bit more, let the kids play, and then we're gonna get this pig home. What's this guy's name?
This is Kevin El Chapo Eisenhower.
Nice.
That came from the guy that delivered him to us. He's like, I have Kevin El Chapo in the car, so I don't know why I liked it. We just kept calling him Kevin. So
that's cool.
This is Big Mac. That's his son from a previous litter this fall.
Nice.
He's about, I would say 14, 15 weeks old. So.
Okay.
These are our 2 oldest pigs, Boudreaux and Cupcake, and she's 4. He's probably 3, a little under 3.
Okay.
So they're pretty chill. That's
Boudreaux right there.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons we got them, because I'm not worried about our kids coming in here with them. And obviously you always want to be aware when there's a boar, but
yeah,
they're kind of just like big dogs. So, what's up, bud?
He's a happy guy.
Yeah, he needs to get a nail trim, but there it goes. Yeah, we got them because they're so friendly, and just because we didn't want a 600-pound hog because we didn't know what to do with all that meat. You know? So that was another. Although we haven't been able to eat any yet, we've got some meat pigs that we're growing out. Should be ready this fall.
Awesome.
So we're gonna try and do that here on farm. So anyway, I'll show you this real quick too, so you know when the nails, if you can see how his nails are kind of cupped like that.
Yeah.
When it gets to that, they need to be trimmed. If you just trim along these edges and kind of flatten them out, and then you can come across the fronts.
Okay.
He's been a little harder. We found this one lady on YouTube that does it, and she'll flip them up and to breed. So. I think she's had 2 litters since we've got her. And was his first time in with the girl, so he's excited. But
What's up, buddy?
he is the son to Cupcake up there that was with Boudreaux. She came to us pregnant, and we held him back. My wife fell in love with him, and he's probably the most chill boy we got on the farm. He's always down for a belly rub.
There you
He's getting quite big. He's probably just under 2, I think he is. These are all future breeding gilts
Gotcha.
that we've all come to the farm this year, so.
These are ones you purchased.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Gotcha. Are they from different farms? They're all from the same?
2 different farms. We got 4 at one farm, which they're all unrelated. And these 2 white and blacks came from a different farm. Yeah, those 2 will be breaking one day. Some of these are almost a year, and a couple others are just a little under a year, just over. So, but they've moved around. They clean up pretty good.
Hey, little Maggie. We're gonna get you some hay, all right?
It stinks.
Well, we're stuck in traffic in Knoxville, which I don't know much about Knoxville, but all I know is stuck in traffic in Knoxville, because every time I've come through, it's what happened. But yeah, we just left Casey Farms, and we had a great time over there hanging out with John and the kids. Our 2 kids went and played with their 2 kids, and they jumped on trampolines. They found a turtle. We got some bowling pins for a gun video on the other channel. But man, we had an absolute blast over there. They were good people, good time. We're cruising back home with the pig. But the Kune Kune road trip has been a great time with my oldest 2 kids. We've enjoyed our time together. We've sang a lot of fun songs, hung out together, played, met new friends, and now we're heading home. So we'll see you back at the homestead.
Yay, fries!
All right, well, we got home from Tennessee really late, so we didn't think it would be really fair to put her in her new electric fence pen before she got to know it in the daylight. So we made her a little nest here in the birdie barn, so she got some chicken next door neighbors, giving her some water and giving her some love. We'll pick back up tomorrow morning when we got her in the fence. It's early the next morning. We'll go out here and get Maggie out of the birdie barn and introduce her to the flock. I had a talk with my kids, and so since we're having a pig with our chicken and duck flock, we said, all right, we can call it one of 2 things. We can, since it's a flock and a herd, we could call it a flurd. Or since a group of pigs is often referred to as a sounder, a sounder and a flock, we can combine that and call it a sock. Well, you know, kids, all of them went for sock. So we're about to make a sock, y'all. All right, before we put Maggie in here, let me show you this colorful little flock here. They've been in here for a day or 2, is scratching up the little compost piles that were in here, and they've gotten a lot of the lower leaves off of these mustard greens that have grown out, and they're starting to even work on some of the turnip greens over here. But I'm pretty sure as soon as Maggie gets in here, she's gonna chomp some of these down and root up some of these old turnips. What's going on? You guys being shy for the camera? I probably freaked out because I just put Maggie's shelter in here next to theirs. So I'm like, what is this thing? Ducks don't care. John Deere and Punky are over here free ranging like normal. And he was scooting past the broody barn this morning, and he was unaware of our new family member there in the broody barn, and all of a sudden the little piglet hops up and oinks, and he started sounding off like there was a hawk or some sort of invader. All right, buddy, you're gonna have to get used to it. She's your new friend. She's gonna be living with you guys, all right? You cool with that? Queenie Baby and his girls didn't know quite what to think of their next door neighbor either. Well, good morning, beautiful. You ready to go? Ready to go meet the rest of your sock? I'm gonna come get you out. Well, she wasn't very into me carrying her just then, and her and the camera at the same time, so I had to drop the camera and keep carrying her and give her a little love. But now that she's in her pen, she's happy as she can be, making a little happy noises. She was already chewing on this little turnip right here. Let's come meet your flirt. Got some little visitors coming along. Check out John Deere. He's not real happy about things. What do you think, Scarlett? Is that a funny looking chicken, Scarlett? Huh? Scarlett's one of our Red Ranger hens that we decided to hold back. Add to the flock here. Here's a garlic plant that grew back from last year. I was wondering whether this would be the first thing she'd want to eat. It's all right, garlic's good for them. In case you're curious why John Deere is hanging out here and not with the rest of the flirt or sock, it's because this guy right here is the new King Daddy. He is on high alert right now with Maggie. She's just doing her own little thing, checking out a new space. Maggie. Oh yeah, you know the sound of feed. They don't know what to think, do they? Love these little wavies right here. Our chickens used to eat out of feed pans like what Maggie's eating out of now, but with her moving in, I knew I had to move their feeder inside, so they've now got a feeder inside the chickshaw here. See our setup here. We've got the Justin Rhodes style chickshaw there. And then I even borrowed some design concept from him behind the mobile pig shelter. We built this one just with stuff I had laying around mainly. The only thing I purchased to build this are the little shiny metal brackets you see there in the corners. The rest of it was scrap lumber I had laying around from church projects or things that I had recovered from other things. PVC roofing here came from either the Chickshaw project or the Brooder project or maybe even the chicken tractor project. All this is leftover material. Elijah, did you dress your brother in your sister's jacket?
She did. I couldn't find Vince's jacket, so I put on Abigail's.
It looks like JFK Jr. in that little jacket.